Right now, in the air around you, there are particles so small that 30 of them sitting side by side would be
thinner than a single human hair. You cannot see them, you cannot taste them, you cannot feel them entering your body. But the moment they reach your lungs, something extraordinary happens. Your body declares war, and the battle that unfolds in the next few minutes is one of the most violent, complex, and consequential things that happens inside you every single day. Air pollution kills 7 million people every year, more than AIDS, malaria, and tuberculosis combined. And most of those deaths don't look like suffocation. They look like heart attacks, they look like strokes, they look like cancer. If you live in a city, any city, you are breathing this in right now, not occasionally. Every breath, and your lungs have been fighting this war silently, without your permission, without your knowledge, for your entire life. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to take you inside that war, at microscopic scale, and show you exactly what is happening in your lungs right now. And by the end, you will never look at city air the same way again.
Deep inside your lungs, past every filter, past every defense, are tiny structures called alveoli. Your lungs contain approximately 480 million of them. If you unfolded and flattened all of them, they would cover the area of a tennis court.
This is where oxygen crosses from air into your blood. The alveolus wall is just 1 cell thick.
Oxygen molecules diffuse through it easily. Carbon dioxide comes back the other way.
It is the most critical interface in your body, the place where the outside world meets your bloodstream.
And it is precisely here, at this 1 cell thick biological barrier plugs, that PM 2.5 arrives. Some particles settle on the alveolus wall. Some ultrafine particles pass straight through it, into your capillaries, into your bloodstream, traveling to your heart, your brain, your kidneys. This isn't a hypothesis. It's been confirmed in human autopsy studies. Pollution particles have been found inside the brain tissue of people who lived in polluted cities. But the particles that stay in the lung fend, they immediately trigger an alarm. Your immune system has been watching. It has been watching every breath, and the moment those particles land, the alarm goes off. It has been watching every breath, and the moment those particles land, the alarm goes off. What happens then, and the moment those particles land, the alarm goes off. What happens next is extraordinary.
Meet the alveolar macrophage. This is your lung's first responder, a specialized immune cell that lives permanently inside your lungs, patrolling, surveilling, consuming anything that shouldn't be there. Bacteria, dead cells, foreign particles. It has one job:
find it, eat it, destroy it. The macrophage does exactly what it's supposed to do. It swallows the particle whole, a process called phagocytosis. It tries to digest it with powerful chemical enzymes. But here's the problem. PM 2.5 particles, especially carbon-based ones from combustion are chemically inert. The macrophage's enzymes cannot break them down. The particle is indestructible, and the macrophage is now trapped in them, carrying something it cannot destroy, cannot expel, and cannot escape. But here's the problem. PM 2.5 particles, especially carbon-based ones from combustion, are chemically inert. The macrophage's enzymes cannot break them down. The particle is indestructible, and the macrophage is now trapped, carrying something it cannot destroy, cannot expel, and cannot escape. The response is immediate. Blood vessels dilate, more immune cells pour in, the tissue swells. This is inflammation, the body's most powerful weapon, and it is now firing continuously every time you breathe polluted air in a battle that never fully ends.
Here is the brutal irony at the heart of this story. The war your immune system is fighting the inflammation response is not caused by the pollution particles directly. The damage is caused by your own body's attempt to destroy something it cannot destroy. Your immune system, and the thing keeping you alive, is the weapon being used against you. And it cannot stop, because the particles never go away.
Over years of chronic exposure, the constant inflammation leaves scars. Lung tissue that was elastic and efficient becomes rigid and scarred. Airways narrow. Gas exchange slows. The lung that should last you 90 years starts aging at 40.
Or THACE, the ultrafine particles that cross the alveolus wall, they are now in your bloodstream. They travel to your heart, where they trigger arterial inflammation. To your brain, where they cross the blood-brain barrier and have been found lodged in neural tissue. To your kidneys, your liver. Research published in The Lancet links long-term PM2.5 exposure not just to lung disease, stroke, dementia, type 2 diabetes, and low birth weight in children of exposed mothers. All above the guideline. Billions of people live permanently above what the world's leading health body considers safe, and most governments have done almost nothing about it. Children breathe more air relative to their body weight than adults. They spend more time outdoors. Their lungs are still developing. A study tracking 3,000 children in Los Angeles found that kids who grew up near freeways had lungs that were measurably smaller and less efficient by age 18, permanently. The war in their lungs had already decided their respiratory future before they were old enough to vote.
The war we've been watching, that silent, constant, exhausting immune battle in the lung tissue, it is happening right now. In you. In the person sitting next to you on the subway. In every child walking to school past a highway.
In every elderly person sitting on a park bench in a city with a gray sky. We've built extraordinary cities. We've built extraordinary machines. We've built extraordinary economies. And in doing so, quietly, incrementally, with the best of intentions we have filled the air that every living person on Earth breathes with something our biology was never designed to handle.
A macrophage in your lung is still trying. It has been trying your whole life. It will never stop trying. And it will never win. When we know the air in our cities is killing 7 million people a year, and we continue to build those cities the same way. What exactly are we waiting for?